Here is the latest thing on Amazon. It's called a safety incident. If you've gotten one of these performance notifications, which you'll always notice by this hideous red flag that they put up there in your performance notifications. This one here I opened up a couple weeks back, and I've never heard of it, but apparently it's a pretty big deal. What it was is they pulled my listing down, which I sell a lot of. So it was a really big, important listing, and I was pretty upset about this one here, enough for me to make this video because I know it's helping. It's going to help a lot of other people because I've seen lots of people on Google that are complaining about it. It's a pretty huge up and coming problem. But I did successfully beat it, and I want to show you exactly what steps I took so that maybe this can help you out if you have a similar situation. So this is what the original email said. If you want us to reinstate the listing, you got to go to just reply at this weird email address with the issues that caused the complaint, the steps you've taken to resolve it, and prevent future or similar complaints going forward. So you have to take that to mean what it says literally, because very much like when you get suspended or get other kinds of problems jamming you up on the Amazon seller side, you have to kind of do some grudge work and look in your history and figure out what all created the problem to begin with, and you have to come back with a complete game plan of how you're going to correct it. So once you do that and you email it back to them, they'll give you a reply. It's either saying they're going to reinstate your listing, get you out of the doghouse, or if it's going to be a permanent situation and it's not going to be reversed. What I went ahead and did is I started to look around and see who could have caused this problem, and I did find somebody who left a bad feedback, which was uncommon, especially for this item. It's not a terrible feedback, a little lengthy, and he was explaining that he installed the kit and it screwed up his truck and caused some serious problems, which is why they call it a safety incident, because not just on my mechanical or technical type of items such as this, it can be, I've read hair care, personal health and hygiene items, lots of different things can fall into the safety incident category. Basically anybody who moans about something that can cause any type of concern for a safety situation can put in a claim like this, and you know how customer-centric Amazon is. Once you have a problem, they just pull the listing down and ask questions later, which is, of course, as we all know, how it is. So I took this to mean what this guy said, and I don't particularly agree with everything he's saying. However, I did come up with a plan, and I went back into my performance notifications and saw the answer that they gave to me. So this is what I had submitted in response. Actually, I'll lay this on top of this so that way you can see them both. So the guy's saying that it got stuck in the ignition, vehicle would not drive when pressing the brake, it shut off while he was starting, when he was driving, which of course is a serious situation. Of course not occurred by this kit that I'm selling here, because I've sold this and I've gotten over 600 positive across the board 5-star ratings on this item. This one guy was enough to cause me all this trouble. So I had to reply with a reason and countermeasure of what I was going to do to create a safe environment for the product going forward on Amazon's website, and this is what I said. Basically, after reviewing everything, that I was apologizing for the occurrence, and I've received so many good reviews from it in the past. I've taken some proactive measures, as notated right here below, and I hope that they would reinstate my listing. And this is the way I suggest that you or anybody handles it. So I went saying we are now having 2 separate people oversee the production quality that we make here and pre-program it on a PC, ensuring the settings are made proper before it leaves, which I believe is the main issue here, which tied into the feedback. Double check the settings that I programmed onto it with the web-based tool, diagnosing it prior to shipment to make sure it's working as it is intended to, sending color printed installation diagrams with multiple points of tech service and a card included with each order, so that way a customer has a go-to point of interest should he need it. We also include business contact information for our company if any questions, modifications, or any technical issues should occur at the time of the unboxing, or future reference for occurrences in the future if they do exist. And I wrote these simple yet effective safeguards. I'm sure will be a positive future for a future defect-free sales on the site, and I ask you to consider my item being reinstated on the site, because my company, again, is very popular and a much desired item for all Amazon shoppers and regular customers of my own. So I'm making sure that I make that point clear to Amazon, because it is a popular item. They can see that, and it would be detrimental to their site to pull my item down, because it really is a well-received item, I think. So after I did all of this, I'll show you what we got back. And it says, happy to provide you with the fact that after reviewing the information I provided, they decided to continue allowing me to sell my items. So thank goodness for that. I went back into my managed inventory feed, of course, relisted it immediately. And the sales have been terrific ever since. So if you do have a situation like this, you're just the first of many, unfortunately, but this is something that you might want to definitely get on top of, and be sure to find out what stemmed the trouble in the first place and have a good detailed action plan in your response, so that way when you appeal, you have a better chance of getting your item relisted. So I wish you luck, and I hope you liked the video.